Let me ask you a question that will sting a little. When your last car died, what did you blame? The mileage? Bad luck? Maybe you said it was just its time. What if I told you that's almost never true? After 5 decades under the hood, I've learned a hard truth. Cars don't have lifespans. They have execution dates. And the person holding the keys is usually the one who signs the warrant. I've seen engines destroyed at 40,000 miles. I've seen transmissions give up at 60,000. And I've personally guided my own daily driver past the 500,000 mile mark. Not with magic, not with endless money, but by breaking 15 simple, deadly habits that most owners swear are normal care. These aren't complicated secrets. They're decisions. Choices you make every single time you drive. And today, I'm going to show you every one of them. Change these, and you won't just be maintaining a car. You'll be granting it immortality. The last 3 habits on this list are so simple, so overlooked, they will absolutely shock you. Let's begin. Habit number 15. Trusting the manual's oil schedule. If you open your owner's manual and follow the recommended oil change interval to the letter, you have just begun murdering your engine with permission. That manual isn't written by the engineers who sweat over every bearing clearance. It's written by the lawyers and accountants who sweated over the warranty period. Their goal is simple. Get your car to survive to 60,000 or 100,000 miles, the end of the powertrain warranty, with the absolute minimum cost to them. After that, you're on your own. Those long intervals, 7,500, even 10,000 miles, are for perfect laboratory conditions. Gentle highway miles in a constant 70-degree climate. Now, think about your driving. Short trips to the store where the engine never gets fully hot. Stop-and-go traffic that cooks the oil. Cold winter starts. That's called severe service, and it breaks oil down twice as fast. I have pulled apart engines that followed the manual. Inside, it looks like a tar pit. Black, hardened sludge clinging to every surface, clogging oil passages, starving components. The repair bill? $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. The 500,000-mile fix. Here is my non-negotiable rule. Conventional oil, every 3,000 miles. Full synthetic, every 5,000 miles. Not a mile more. Is it more expensive up front? Yes. But it is the cheapest insurance policy you will ever buy for the heart of your car. Spending $50 now prevents the $5,000 heart transplant later. Habit number 14. The poisonous warm-up idle. For years, I did it. You probably do it. On a cold morning, you start the car and let it sit there, rumbling for 5-10 minutes, believing you're being kind. You are being cruel. When your engine is cold, it runs rich. It dumps extra fuel to get going. At a standstill, that unburned fuel washes down the cylinder walls. It strips away the thin, vital layer of oil that protects the aluminum pistons and cylinder walls. You are essentially creating a fuel and air sandpaper, grinding down the most critical surfaces in your engine. I've seen engines with less than 50,000 miles ruined by this careful habit. The oil is diluted with gasoline, the cylinder walls are scored, and compression is lost forever. The 500,000-mile fix. Start the car. Wait 30 seconds, just long enough for the oil to circulate from the pan to the top of the engine. Then drive away, but drive gently for the first few miles. No hard acceleration, keep the RPMs low. This loads the engine gently and brings it up to operating temperature correctly and quickly. The engine warms up by working, not by idling. This one change is like giving your engine a force field against early wear. Habit number 13. The just one more squeeze gas pump trick. The pump clicks off. You think, I can get another $1 in there. So you squeeze the handle again, topping it off until you see the fuel in the neck. You just committed a slow, expensive act of sabotage. Your fuel tank isn't just a bucket. It's part of the evaporative emissions (EVAP) system. That space above the liquid fuel is for vapors. When you overfill, you force liquid gasoline into vapor lines and components, like the charcoal canister, that are designed only for gas air. The result? A drowned, ruined charcoal canister. A saturated vapor line. Check engine lights for EVAP leaks. I've handed out repair bills from $400 to $800 for this single stubborn habit. All for an extra quarter gallon of gas you'll burn by the end of the week anyway. The 500,000-mile fix. When the pump clicks off the first time, stop. Put the handle back. Your tank is full. The system is designed to click at the perfect, safe level. Respect the click. Habit number 12. Believing in lifetime transmission fluid. This is the most profitable lie in the automotive industry. Lifetime fluid. What they mean is the lifetime of the transmission warranty. After that, if it fails, it's a $7,000 payday for the dealership. Transmission fluid is a hydraulic fluid and a coolant. Over time, the clutches and gears shed microscopic metal particles. The fluid degrades from heat. It turns from a smooth, protective red nectar into a gritty, broken-down slurry that acts like liquid sandpaper. It wears out delicate valves, clutches, and bearings from the inside. You won't feel a thing until it starts to slip or shift hard. By then, the damage is catastrophic. The 500,000-mile fix every 60,000 miles, without fail. Do a drain and refill, not a high-pressure flush, which can cause problems. Use exactly the fluid specified in your manual. For modern cars, this is non-negotiable. This single habit is the #1 reason my truck's original transmission is still shifting perfectly at 500,000 miles. It's not magic, it's basic hygiene. Habit number 11. Driving with 2 feet on the pedals. Aggressive, last-minute braking doesn't just wear out pads. It's a systemic attack. Every panic stop dumps massive heat into the rotors, warping them, boils the brake fluid, causing a spongy pedal, and cooks the caliper seals. I see cars with 20,000 miles needing new rotors because the owner treats every commute like a qualifying lap. The brake system is designed for controlled deceleration, not repeated trauma. The 500,000-mile fix. Drive with anticipation. Look far down the road. See the red light or slowing traffic early. Ease off the gas and coast. Let the car's natural friction slow you down. Use engine braking on downhill stretches by shifting to a lower gear. This means your friction brakes are used less, more gently, and last 2 to 3 times longer. Smooth driving isn't just for comfort. It's the cornerstone of longevity. Habit number 10. Neglecting the coolant's expiration date. Coolant doesn't just prevent freezing. It's a sophisticated chemical cocktail that prevents corrosion in your aluminum engine blocks and heads, lubricates the water pump, and raises the boiling point. It has an expiration date. When coolant gets old, its corrosion inhibitors deplete. It becomes acidic and starts eating your engine from the inside out. I've seen radiators and heater cores clogged with jelly-like sludge and water pumps destroyed by corrosion. Mixing the wrong types, the green, the orange, the blue, can cause them to gel on the spot. The 500,000-mile fix. Complete coolant flush and replacement every 5 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. Use the exact type specified for your car. This isn't an upsell, it's a vital fluid change. An overheated engine, even once, can warp a cylinder head, a repair that often totals the car. Habit number 9. Turning up the radio to drown out the noise. A squeak, a knock, a hum, a tick. Your car's first cry for help is always a sound. Ignoring it by cranking up the volume is the automotive equivalent of ignoring chest pains. Every noise is a symptom. A high-pitched squeal on startup, a worn serpentine belt, or a dry pulley bearing. A rhythmic click, click, click when turning, a failing CV joint. A constant growling hum from a wheel, a dying wheel bearing, a light ticking from the engine, could be low oil or a failing lifter. I had a customer ignore a simple engine tick. He thought it was just an old car sound. It was a lifter starved for oil. By the time it got to me, it had scarred the camshaft. A $50 quart of oil would have prevented a $2,000 repair. The 500,000-mile fix. Listen. Drive with the radio off for the first few minutes of your trip. Learn your car's normal sounds. When a new sound appears, diagnose it early. A $100 repair today prevents a $2,000 catastrophe tomorrow. Habit number 8. The clutch pedal is not a footrest. For manual transmission drivers, this is the great killer. Resting your left foot on the clutch pedal, even lightly, pushes the release bearing against the pressure plate springs. It creates friction, heat, and wear 24/7, even when you're not shifting. I've replaced clutches in cars with 30,000 miles because the driver used the pedal as a footrest. A clutch job can cost $1,200. It's almost always driver abuse, not part failure. Habit number 7, running on fumes. Driving with the fuel gauge pinned on E is a game of Russian roulette with your fuel pump. The electric fuel pump is submerged in the gas tank. The gasoline acts as a coolant. When the fuel level is critically low, the pump sucks in air and overheats. It also draws from the very bottom of the tank, where sediment and debris settle. A burned-out fuel pump is a $600 plus repair and a guaranteed stranding. I've replaced pumps in modern cars with less than 60,000 miles solely due to this habit. The 500,000-mile fix. Refuel when your gauge hits 1/4 tank. This keeps the pump safely submerged and cool and avoids sucking up sediment. It's a simple discipline that adds years to your fuel pump's life. Habit number 6. Believing 100,000-mile spark plugs. Modern long-life spark plugs are a marvel. But that 100,000-mile rating is, again, for perfect conditions. Real-world driving, short trips, bad gas, heat, causes them to foul and wear much sooner. A worn spark plug causes a weak or misfiring spark. This leads to unburned fuel washing into the oil, diluting it, reducing power and fuel economy, and most dangerously, sending raw fuel into the catalytic converter, which can overheat and melt it, a $1,500 part. The 500,000-mile fix. Inspect or replace spark plugs at 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Never use cheap, off-brand plugs. Always use the OEM brand, like NGK for Honda, Denso for Toyota, or a top-tier equivalent. For the cost of a pizza, you ensure a crisp, clean burn that keeps your engine efficient and your catalytic converter safe. Habit number 5. Forgetting the engine's shock absorbers. Engine mounts are silent heroes. They hold the engine in place and absorb its vibrations. When they wear out, the engine moves excessively. This isn't just a vibration you feel in the seat. That movement stresses exhaust manifolds, which can crack, radiator hoses, and even the transmission linkage. I've seen cars where a broken mount let the engine slam against the frame, cracking the radiator. The owner just thought old cars are noisy. The 500,000-mile fix. The brake torque test. When the engine is cold, open the hood. Have a friend sit in the car with their foot firmly on the brake. Put the car in drive, or first gear for a manual. Gently press the gas until the RPMs just start to climb. Look at the engine. If it lifts more than an inch or twists violently, a mount is likely bad. Catching this early prevents collateral damage. Habit number 4. Washing the paint. Ignoring the underside. You can wax the paint until it's a mirror, but if the frame is rotting, the car is dead. Rust is cancer for cars. It starts unseen in the box sections of the frame, on suspension components and brake lines. A car from the Salt Belt can look showroom-ready on top, while its structural bones are crumbling to dust. I've condemned cars with low mileage because the frame was no longer safe. The 500,000-mile fix. Undercarriage washes are non-negotiable. In winter or after driving on salted roads, go through a touchless car wash that includes an undercarriage spray at least once a month. Once a year, consider a professional application of a rust inhibitor like fluid film or wool wax to the frame rails and suspension. Protecting what you can't see is how you build a 30-year car. Habit number 3. Saying yes to fear-based repairs. This habit isn't about the car, it's about you. The service advisor says your differential fluid looks dark, or you need a fuel induction service today, or risk damage. This is the business of fear. Countless cars are bled dry financially for unnecessary services, while the real, quiet problems are ignored. This wastes money that should be spent on the real maintenance we're talking about. The 500,000-mile fix. Be a skeptic. Ask for proof. If they say a fluid is dirty, ask to see a sample. If they say a part is worn, ask for the old part back. Get a second opinion from an independent mechanic you trust for any repair quote over a few $100s. A good mechanic explains why something needs to be done, not just that it's urgent. Habit number 2. Allowing the battery terminal plague. Those fuzzy blue-green crystals on your battery terminals? That's corrosion. It acts as an insulator, creating resistance. Your alternator has to work harder to charge the battery, the starter struggles to turn, and you get mysterious electrical gremlins. I cannot count how many dead car toe-ins I've fixed in 5 minutes with a wire brush, some baking soda paste, and a wrench. People were ready to buy a $250 starter or a $200 alternator for a problem that cost 25 cents in baking soda to fix. The 500,000-mile fix. Every time you open the hood, glance at the battery terminals. If you see any white or blue crust, clean it. Disconnect the cables negative first. Scrub the posts and cable ends with a wire brush and a paste of baking soda and water. Rinse, dry, reconnect negative last, and apply a thin coat of dielectric grease to the terminals to prevent future corrosion. This is basic electricity hygiene. Habit number 1. Betraying the parking brake. This is the number 1 most overlooked, most powerful, and most free habit of all. Putting your automatic transmission in P engages a tiny, toothpick-sized piece of metal called the parking pawl. On any incline, your car's entire weight rests on this one small piece. I have seen transmissions where this pawl was sheared clean off because someone parked on a hill using only park. The repair involves removing and disassembling the transmission, a multi-thousand-dollar job. The parking brake handbrake is a strong, dedicated system designed to hold the car. Using it takes the weight off that fragile parking pawl. The 500,000-mile fix. Make it a muscle memory. Every single time you park. 1. Come to a complete stop. 2. Press the brake pedal. 3. Engage the parking brake. 4. Then shift into park or first/reverse for a manual. When you start, 1. Press the brake. 2. Start the car. 3. Shift out of park. 4. Then release the parking brake. This sequence costs nothing and saves your transmission from a catastrophic failure. The final word. 15 habits. None require an engineering degree. None require expensive tools. They require only awareness and the decision to stop following the crowd over the cliff. Longevity isn't about luck. It's a series of small, correct choices repeated over time. You can choose the path of the 100,000-mile car that becomes a burden, or the 500,000-mile companion that becomes a legend. Now, I need to hear from you. Which of these habits hit you the hardest? Were you the idle warmer, the fumes driver, or the parking brake skeptic? Tell me your story in the comments below. Your confession might give another driver the courage to change. If this lifetime of hard-earned knowledge just saved your car from an early grave, do me the honor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. We're building a community of owners who build legacy vehicles, not disposable appliances. Thank you for your time. Drive smart, care deeply, and I'll see you in the next video. Here's to your first 500,000 miles.